Hello, Nevada baseball parents. Welcome to our 2022 preseason parent meeting. I'm the new Cubs head coach, Steve Glenn. I've had the opportunity to meet some of you in our off-season workouts, and some of you came up and introduced me. Some of you have emailed me a few times. So I've really enjoyed getting to know you guys. The parents I haven't had a chance to meet, I'm excited to work with you guys and get to know you this summer. And hopefully we put a good product on the field for you that you're proud of and that you want to come out and watch. So this parent meeting, I apologize, it's not in person. We just couldn't find a time or day that would benefit everybody and really get everybody in the same room. So we felt this video was a good idea. One, you can watch it a couple times if you need to. You can go back and look at a slide or share it on to somebody else that I may have missed on my communication list. So a few advantages to being on video. One, not for me, is I have already had a few takes of this. Hopefully this take works and we can get it sent out to you. In today's meeting, we're going to go over expectations, what the season's going to look like. So I know when a new coach comes around, you want some clarification. You have a lot of questions on how things are going to be run. Hopefully I answer some of those questions. If I don't, please feel free to respond to me with some questions. My door is always open. Email me, stop by the field if I'm there and talk to me, anything like that. At the end of the presentation, there is a questionnaire I'd love for you to fill out. It's just regarding what you want your son's experience to be like and what you want your experience to be like. As a Nevada Cub fan and Nevada Cub players. Just wanted those to be filled out. I'll talk to my coaches about that. We really want to do what we can to make everybody happy. We realize that doesn't always happen, but we want to take in everything you guys have to say and all your suggestions, everything like that, and really try and make do and be a united group here. So we'll get started with the presentation. I'll try and keep it as short as possible. But I do have a few things to go over, and I probably will forget some things. If I do, I'll send them to you in an email or on Remind. But our theme this year is Wake the Giant. I really think that there's a good baseball program at Nevada High School. Other sports have seen a lot of success, and I just think the baseball team can have it too. We have great facilities. We got some former alumni and coaching staff that, we really think that we can really put something together here. So Wake the Giant is our theme. I don't need to talk about that anymore. Coaching staff. Again, my name's Stephen Glenn. This is my 25th year coaching baseball. I have a lot of head coaching experience. Similar situations. I've taken over some programs that struggled the year before, and we were able to make some adjustments and have some immediate success. So I'm hoping that helps, or that happens here at Nevada as well. My two assistant coaches are some familiar names. James Carsrud has been on staff for a couple of years. He's going to run the JV and help me out with varsity. And then a new face to coaching, an old face to Nevada, is Carter Franzen. He's going to be the JV2 coach, and he's also going to help out the varsity. I'm really excited to work with these two guys. One, they're going to bring a young perspective to me. They're both quite a bit younger than I am, so they will have some good ideas, some good new ideas. And two, they're just being alumni of the program. They know what's gone well, what hasn't gone well, what some things they like about the program, things they want to see changed. So really looking forward to working with those two guys. My expectations for the season and for the program, including parents, coaches, anybody involved with the program, I have these expectations for. I used to have a big, giant, thick handbook. I whittled down to these 4 words, the 4 C's: character, communication, commitment, and coachable. I feel that if we follow these 4 expectations and everything that goes with it, that we'll have a successful season. So the 4 C's look a little bit different for everybody. We're going to have a player meeting here this week, and we're going to go over what it looks like for players. So I wanted you guys to know that, as well as parents, what we're expecting of your sons. Character is big. Just be a good teammate, be a good citizen, use your manners. We say please and thank you. We act appropriately. We take care of opponents' fields. We take care of opponents' dugouts. We respect the umpires. We just show good character on and off the field. We're not getting in trouble. We're not causing problems because of good conduct policy, anything like that. Communication with some of these younger kids. I teach 8th and 9th grade, and there'll be kids that walk into my room and I'll say hello to them, and they don't even say hello back. So just simple communication like that. I'd love for them to have social interaction with their teammates, with their coaches, with the parents, everything, just so speak to the coaches, whether it's small talk, get to know you stuff, or, there's an injury or they're not happy with something. There needs to be something addressed, come to the coaches, talk to us, speak to the coaches, use appropriate language. I'm not big on dropping F-bombs when we strike out on, not big on inappropriate conversations in the dugout. keep that stuff for other times. So we're gonna try and work on that. And body language is huge. As a high school baseball player, I didn't probably have the best body language. There'd be times when I was frustrated, but I want to do my best to help these kids learn these life skills and hold themselves accountable, hold themselves in a high regard, and have that solid body language. Commitment for the players is easy. Show up, be there on time every day, commit to the team, and do what you can do to help the team. And then coachable. My job as a coach is to give the kids feedback and try and help them. As a player, you need to take that in a positive manner. No, we're trying to help out. Sometimes you have to get out of your comfort zone. Maybe we switch positions for you. Maybe we switch a batting stance. Whatever it is, you want to take that coaching and realize that the coaches are trying to help you out. The coaching staff, we're also going to follow these 4C expectations. This is what it looks like for us. Character of the coaches, we're going to act appropriately and represent Nevada in a positive manner. You'll find out soon that I'm a very positive coach. I'm not a big get after him guy. I'm never going to yell at the umpires. I'm never really going to yell at a player. There are times when things that need to be addressed right away, and I'll handle it that way. But for the most part, if I'm going to address something, I'm going to do it privately. I don't want to embarrass anybody or call anybody out. So, my character is always positive. I try to do the best I can and be the best person I can be. Communication as a coach, I want to be available and approachable. I want you guys to be able to come talk to me. I want the players to be able to come talk to me. Same with my assistant coaches. I want them to be available and approachable. We want to get on information in a timely fashion. It's our job to communicate with you what's going on. I don't want anybody out lost on anything or not knowing what's going on ever. We're going to be open and honest. You have a question, we want to give you an open and honest answer so you know how to go from there. Commitment as a coach, I'm committed to teach baseball and life skills. That's my job this summer, is help these guys get better at baseball, help them grow in life. My assistant coach is the same thing. And then coachable, yes, us coaches are still coachable. We're going to provide timely feedback. We're going to put players in successful positions. We're going to collaborate, whether I'm collaborating with my assistant coaches, whether I'm collaborating with other coaches. I need to know all the rules. I do the rules meetings, things like that. And a big thing for coaches, I think, is to listen to the players. I have that my last line here. Listen to the players. They're the guys doing it. They're feeling if things are going well. So I need to be coachable from the players as well, and so do my assistant coaches. So now to the parent expectations. I do have some attempts at humor in here. These are my steaming mad parents up in the stands. Hopefully you guys aren't mad at me too often up there, but I know it will probably happen, and there's probably times you're mad at the umpires. Our biggest thing with parent character expectations is this first line: let coaches coach, respect the umpires, and let the players play. Let us coaches do our jobs. If you don't agree with something we're doing, we can set up a meeting and talk about it, and we can explain what's going on. But please don't yell at us and yell at us that we're costing the game or we're costing us runs or like we don't know what we're doing. Now we try our best to know what we're doing. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't, I guess. But if we're always trying to learn from our mistakes, so make sure you're letting us coach. Respect the umpires. I know in high school it's high school umpires. We're gonna get some calls that hurt us, but at the same time we're gonna get a lot of calls that benefit us as well. So getting after an umpire because they made a bad call against us, but then cheering when we get a call for us, that's kind of hypocritical, I guess. So just know that we're gonna get the good with the bad. Respect the umpires. There's a shortage. So if you know your baseball and you want to ump, let's help you get out there and be an umpire. Let the players play. Cheer for your son. I know he's going to make some mistakes that might frustrate you, but cheer for him. Be positive. Promote the program in a positive way. Just have good character in the community, in the crowd, and talk well about the program. Parent expectations, communication. Make sure we're respectful and professional. After a game is never appropriate time to communicate. I shouldn't put communicate, to communicate an angry issue. If you're mad after a game, I'll gladly set up a time to meet with you and talk to you. But coming after me after a game or coming after an umpire after a game, that's not a good idea. Just try and separate yourself from the situation. We can definitely meet if you have a problem with something that's going on with the program. I'll definitely meet with you, but right after a baseball game is not the time to do that. So we can work that out. And another thing, encourage your players to do the communicating. If they're upset about something, they talk to you about it. They trust you. They're going to go to you. Encourage them to come to me. The parents come to me. That's fine. That's one thing. But usually what the parent says is, "Oh, my son doesn't know I'm here." well, let your son know that you're here. Let him come talk to me. Okay, we'll figure that thing out. When you're talking to your son, give him these are, I love to watch you play. I'm so proud of you. Things like that, positive things. I know you guys have been coaching these guys for a long time, and you might know the adjustment they need to make, and that's great if they take that coaching from you at home. Try not to coach it during the game and communicate it during the game. Don't yell out to the field or come to the dugout, things like that. Let the coaches try and take care of that. Parent expectations commitment. We want you guys at the games. Please come to our games. Bring a friend I have down here. Bring grandparents. We want to grow a big crowd. We want excitement. We want loudness. We're going to try and play exciting brand of baseball, and we hope that we have success. So you guys want to come to our games, but be committed, be there, show good, positive sportsmanship. Be our biggest fan. I said there in this writing. We know your son's your favorite player. We know that, but try and cheer for our whole team. Cheer for everybody, not just when your son's up to bat. Bring the others to come with you. And then another commitment, volunteer when needed. I've already had a lot of parent volunteers, and I really appreciate what they've already brought to the program. I couldn't have done the preseason workouts without them. So I appreciate you guys and thank you. But we need volunteers a lot. So please volunteer when needed. Find ways to serve the team, whether you're having a team meal, you provide snacks to the team, you umpire a scrimmage, you do the scorebook, anything like that. Ask me. We can find a job for you if you want to be involved with the program. We can always find someone for you to help out with. And last expectation of parents is being coachable. Just like everybody else, we all learn from mistakes. We all can get better at things. I think the biggest thing in baseball is learn the game and understand the rules. Sometimes we get mad at umpires, and I'm not excluded from this either. I'll get mad at umpire, maybe you're upset, and I didn't understand the rule or didn't hear the call correctly, something like that. So understand the rules of the game, so you know what you're watching when you're at the games. Openly try to understand the decision and strategy of the coaches. I've told you before, I'm going to be aggressive. We're going to do some things maybe you haven't seen before. We might straight steal home. We might steal in a throwback. We might delay steal. We might early steal and get in a rundown just to get a run. Everything we do, there's a strategy. We pinch hit for somebody. Everything, all that's a strategy. We never just like randomly do something. There's always something behind it. If you don't understand that, well, talk to me. I'm glad to explain it to you. But that's one thing. Just be coachable. Try and understand the game and what the coaches are trying to do. So those are the expectations I have of the parents for our program. Hopefully we don't have any issues with that, and we'll be solid and have great fans that are positive and cheering loud. We want a good sportsmanship rating from players, coaches, and fans. So hopefully you guys do your part there. A few of the other things we're going to go over, just some housekeeping things so you know what's going on. Practice expectations. So I'm going to tell the players this. I'll go through it kind of quickly. But for me, to be on time, you need to be dressed with cleats on and glove on and everything and ready to go right at the time. So if we're going to practice at 4:30, you have your cleats on, your glove on, you are jogging it with the team at 4:30. Okay. We're not sitting in our car. We're not walking in the dugout. We're not talking in the dugout. We're ready to go on at that time. Okay. If we do have a problem with tardiness, we'll just do some equipment duty at practice. Hopefully that takes care of it. I'm going to ask the kids to have shirts, pants, cleats, hats, every practice. Let's keep our shirts on, looking sharp. Pants, we might not always wear them, but always start the practice with baseball pants on. Cleats, we should have. Hats, should be there as well. Make sure spring sports take priority. We got a lot of guys in spring sports. Don't skip your track practices, come to baseball practice. Make sure that you're committed to that team first, then you can come to us. Okay. While school's in session, everybody's going to practice together, at least at the beginning. We might make some changes here and there, but first day of practice, we're going to be there. Bam, May 2nd, which we'll get to. Everybody's practicing together, okay? If you can't make it, communicate with the coaches, obviously. And the clubhouse, which we'll talk about here in a little bit, that's open prior to practice. Game day expectations, kind of the same thing. Arrive by a designated time. We're usually going to have BP. We'll have JV at one time, Marcy another time. Make sure you're just there by your designated time. You're dressed and ready to go. Big thing for the players, and you guys can help reinforce this, is when you're taking BP, you're in shoes or cleats. Okay. No slides, bare feet and socks. I don't want any broken feet because you fouled a ball off your foot. Get shoes on and cleats. I realize you can still break a foot with a shoe on, but it's going to be it might be more difficult if you're barefoot. So make sure you guys are helping that. We're going to warm up together. So make sure there's no stragglers. So if you're dropping your son off, make sure you try to get him there on time. When we get on the field, our shirts are going to be tucked in, our hats are on correctly. Rest of the stuff kind of has to do with the team that we'll go over, but I just want you guys to see what I'm expecting of the players. We're always ready. We're always in the dugout. if they're dressed for the game, I don't want them sitting in the stands or hanging out in the clubhouse. I want them in the dugout with us. So, and then no one leaves until the field's put to sleep. I realize some of you might be driving your sons home and you might have to wait some time after the game, after practice, but we got to make sure we're doing our jobs and get everything put to sleep. Team rosters. Everybody wants to know, when's my son going to play? What team's going to be on, etc. Like I said, everybody's going to practice together to start. Coaches are going to evaluate from there. And we do have 3 levels. We have varsity, JV, and JV2. We might split practices if we start seeing some, where people are going to go. We might split up. We might work an infield day and an outfield day, or not day, infield for a little bit, then outfield for a little bit. So we might split practices, and we'll let you know that beforehand. Once the games start, JV and varsity will be together, and JV2 will practice separately. I'm looking to have about 20 kids on each of those rosters. So JV varsity will have 20, but JV2 will have 20, and then go from there. Weekly planner I'm going to show you at the end. I got that I stole this from my buddy Ankeny. I really like it. Parents like it. It goes out every week. We'll talk about it when we get there. Just always know lineups and rosters are always tentative. I try to put out a starting lineup the night before or day of. Those lineups can always change. We might have a sickness. We might have an injury. We might have maybe a sore arm or something we're going to change. So lineups, I'll put them out there. They may not always stay that way. Same with rosters. I like to have fluid rosters, especially with JV and JV2. Some days they might play JV, sometimes JV2, depending on what positions and pitchers we need. So make sure we're always looking at that. Playing time won't be discussed. I mean, we have 85 games this summer through the 3 levels. Everybody's going to get a lot of playing time in those 85 games. It might not, maybe you're not the level you want to be at right now, but we're going to give you a chance to get on the field and prove yourself. So just take your opportunities when you get them. If guys make JV2 to start with, I always tell them, a lot of times you see AA guys get called up before AAA guys to the major leagues. I don't know why that is, but so JV2, you have just as much chance of being up at varsity as you do on JV. It's just we want to find a spot where maybe we need to have a position need or where your skill set is set. Players are always being evaluated by the coaches, and we're going to put them on a team that fits. We talked about the fluidity of the rosters and the rosters as well. Uniform and equipment. I know I'm going a little long here. But I just want to make sure you guys have all the information. Players are asked to buy a hat. They are $30. I understand that's a little steep. We did have an original make. The hats are fantastic. I think you're going to love them. But they are $30. I also asked kids to get the purple belt and then the purple X bat shirt from the team order. I did order a couple extra of those. We do have some extra belts. So if you didn't get that, we can get those for you. Just make sure you turn them in at the end of the year or purchase them. If money's an issue, we'll always find a way to help provide equipment. Money should not stop a kid from playing a sport. I didn't have the most money when I grew up either. So, I understand what it's like to, you got to pay $30 for a hat. We really can't afford that this month. Let us know. Okay. We will definitely get it taken care of. And money will never be an issue when it comes to playing. We'll make sure that if they want to play, they're going to get out there regardless. Pants, jerseys, bats, helmets, catcher's gear are all provided. We ordered 60 new pairs of pants this year. We have short ones, we have long ones. So no need to buy your own pants. If the kids really want their own, I guess I can show them what kind we got. I really want you to match what we have so we look the same. But no need for that. We even have enough so maybe people can have 2 sets of pants if need be, or if one rips. Jerseys, we see 3 of them over here. We are purple, white, and gray. We also have our black, and we have a new jersey in it that looks really sharp. Caleb's working on he's going to work on a jersey reveal video. Those look sharp. Catcher's gear, we got new sets of catcher's gear. Helmets, I'd really like you to wear the team helmets. I understand during COVID we bought our own, and if it matches, fantastic, but we'll wear those helmets. Right now, the JV2 is going to wear the purple, or the JV is going to wear the purple, JV2 is going to wear the gray, and the varsity will mix and match. We talked about the 60 pairs of pants. I don't care if they wear their pants up or down. I know in the past they've had black and purple stirrups. With our new uniforms, and our new hats, it might look better with yellow and purple. So maybe go from there. And then extra hats are always going to be available for purchase as well. So if you want an extra hat, let me know. We'll get that taken care of. Absences and leaving from events. I got our guys checking out here. Sorry, I was waving to our custodian Omar there too. He was popping in, but please make sure coaches are aware of absences, vacations, and if you're going to be late. Now, what I mean by this is don't just call and say, I overslept. I mean, you can let us know, but if it's a doctor's appointment, we might be late, let us know. Absences, let us know. If you're going on vacation, there is a dead week at the end of the season. So, hopefully we can wait for that. But if, family's family, you want to go on vacation, that's your decision by all means. Just let me know when it's going to be. Excused versus unexcused absences. Hopefully by now we know what these are, but excuse, if you're sick, you have a funeral, anything like that, anything that's out of the ordinary that you cannot help, is an excused absence. Unexcused absences, if you are going on vacation, you're missing some time there. Someone else is going to play that spot while you're gone. So just know that your spot might not be back when you get back from a unexcused absence. I understand, you have football camps, basketball camps, by all means do those things. But like I said, the people that are choosing baseball, they will get the benefit of the doubt if you chose football over baseball, because football is your sport. If you're a starter, maybe your job's not there when you come back, you'll definitely have a chance to earn it back. But just realize that we can't just miss willy-nilly and expect to keep your spot. Athletes are expected to be at the field by the communicated time each day. So make sure you are there, ready to go. You're asked to stay for the duration of games and double hitters. So JV2 is double hitters, usually in the mornings. And there's 2 games. So if you're playing game 1, we really want you to stay for game 2. You're playing game 2, we want you there to watch game 1. Just to be a good teammate and be there to help out and be there in case we need to put somebody in. JV varsity, same way. Varsity would like you there watching the JV games, and vice versa. JV would like you to stay after and watch the varsity games. On away games, parents, you can definitely sign your son out to ride home with you. Just make sure we know that he's with you and we see you sign that paper and he rides home with you. Please don't leave the field until your job is done, and all jobs are done. The field is put asleep. We'll assign jobs each day to each person. They'll rotate through, and just make sure you do that, and everybody's helping to keep the field nice. And then non-team personnel should not be in the dugout or clubhouse until at least after the game. Don't come in the dugout during the game. Don't be in the clubhouse during the game. If it's an emergency, that's understandable. But then you can come down, make sure you talk to the coach, and we'll help you out in that emergency. Otherwise, the dugout and the clubhouse are for the baseball team only. Some fun extras we have here. We will have our seed and gum game later on in the year. That's going to be Friday, March 13th. How that works is we're going to have an inter-squad scrimmage, and parents are encouraged to come. The admission is bring us a bag of seeds or a pack of gum. Bring us something that we can use during the season, seeds to chew, gum to chew. So you can bring the big buckets. I don't care, a box, a bag of seeds, something. Just bring us something that we can have for the season. That way, players don't have to stop at the gas station and buy seeds all the time and buy gum. We'll have that provided, and I'll give more information as that comes out. Media day is going to be that same day. We're going to have the newspaper come down. We're going to have Caleb come and do his hype video. We're going to do all sorts of things. We're going to do our schedule poster picture that night. We're going to do a lot of cool things, I hope, with the program. Hopefully do an autograph night one of the days early. We get our posters back in. We'll have the kids sign the posters for you. We're going to play at some cool parks. We're going to play at the old Rippey Park versus Perry. We're going to play at Principal Park versus South Tama. After Principal Park, we have a fun day planned, our fun evening planned with the families. Then we're gonna have Little League nights, junior high nights, throwback night. That's what I'm excited for. It's also gonna be throwback/alumni game. We're gonna have a big alumni fundraiser coming up. And the night before the alumni game, we're gonna have a throwback night. Maybe we'll wear the old pinstripe uniforms we have and just have fun with it. We do have a few fundraisers coming up. We're gonna sell some discount cards. We're gonna sell some mini helmets, kind of like this Cubs helmet, but it'll be a Nevada helmet, which is pretty sweet. We'll also have some window decals we're selling, and we are also, I can't remember think of my last fundraiser right now. Oh, the alumni game is our other fundraiser. We're also, since we play at Principal Park, we do need to sell some iCub vouchers in order to play. I think we have 400 tickets to sell. So the plan is to have each player responsible for 10 tickets. They need to sell those 10 tickets, or you can just eat them and just say, okay, $100. We'll just take the tickets. Here's $100. An easy way to sell those, I think, is post them on Facebook. That's what I do. I say, hey, I got iCub tickets. I sell a bunch before you know it. If you sell your 10 quickly and want more, we can get you more. Maybe if a buddy sells 10 and you want to give him your tickets to sell, please do. We also look for like churches or daycares, anything that's large group that could take a group to the games. And the good thing is they're vouchers, so they're good for any game. I think it's besides 4th of July, maybe it might be the only game you can't go to, but it works out there. I'd also like to do some team meals. So if you're interested in a team meal, please let me know. And then any team outings, maybe we go to an iCubs game, we buy a few tickets, go there. We are going to do a fun night after Principal Park as well. But those are some of the fun extras. It's not just baseball for me. I like to have fun with the guys and do different things. All right, now the big meat here, the important dates. First practice, Monday, May 2nd, and practice times are going to vary. Right now, we're planning on going 4:45. We're going to go 4:45 to about 6:30 to start out with. That way, kids can go to their spring practice if they need to. I can get there from Ankeny to get to Nevada. And then we know we're going to go till 6:30. So after practices, kids can come and practice as well if they went to soccer or golf or track, or in Kyle's case, everything. He's going to everything. So hopefully, we can get at least, get you a half hour or something in, or get you some swings, get you some ground balls, etc. So 4:45 is what we're planning on right now. And Monday, May 2nd is our first day. Wednesday, May 4th is we're going to start our fundraiser. So that's going to be after practice. It's a Wednesday, so there shouldn't be any events. We need all the players there to get this fundraiser information so we can go from that. The 13th, we talked about the seed and gum game a little bit. And then Saturday, May 14th is a scrimmage versus Collins Maxwell. That will be just varsity and maybe some JV. I'll let that roster know I'll let people know who I need to be there that day. But Saturday, May 14th is going to be a scrimmage versus Collins Maxwell at our place. May 16th, opening day. Not that far away, about a month from now. We're going to be playing Bonnarant Farrar at the Score Complex. So I'm ready for that one. And then Wednesday, the 21st is Principal Park. We're going to play at 2 p.m. So if you work during the day, get that day off, come with us at 2 p.m. And then we're going to do a fun team outing with the families after. So make sure if you have something else going on, that's fine. But we'd really love for you to join us and join us that night. The Throwback Such Alumni Night is going to be Friday, June 10th. And then the alumni game is Saturday, June 11th. I have the schedules all made up. It's also on the school website. I will send you the schedule along with this video in the email, or you can check it on the website as well. Contact info. Make sure you're following us on Twitter. If you're on Twitter, at Nev Cubs Baseball. My email is sglenn@nevadacubs.org. Remind, if you are not on Remind, please get you and your son on Remind. Text this number, 81010, and then text the message at NevCubsBB. All our communication will be through Remind and our weekly planner this summer. So make sure you have that Remind, and the weekly planner is going to go through Remind. So make sure you're on Remind. This is what the weekly planner is. Each week I'll send this out. It has the date, it has what's going on that day, when it is, who it is, where it is, and other details you might need to know. So, it's a game at Rolling Story. When is it? Oh, it's 5 and 7, bus leaves it or whatever. Who is it? It's varsity only. Where is it? At Story City. Details, what time's the bus leave, what time's BP, etc. And then in these columns down here will be our rosters. So maybe I'll say like varsity roster for the week, these guys, JV2 roster for the week, these guys. So you can see kind of where you are. Also have announcements in these things. This thing's going to come out each week, so be ready for that. And the parents have loved it. I've done it here at Ankeny for the last 3 years, and parents really like it. It kind of gets their week settled. I know some people like to plan. My wife's a planner, so that weekly planner is coming out. Last page is just questions, comments, concerns. Please send them to me. Anything you want to know about how I run the program, you have comments on things, concerns that are maybe things coming up that you want to know about, any questions, please send them to me. This is the flow code you need to take a picture with your camera, not take pictures, put your camera up to it, and it'll take you to the questionnaire. Please fill that questionnaire out. It's important to kind of put things into perspective for the season. And I want to know what you want your experience for your son to be like. I hope it's a great experience. I'm really excited for this season. I know this meeting went a little long, but I had a lot of information to get out, and I probably missed some information. I also didn't talk about the Subway meals. Shauna Hawbaker has been giving me information on that. We're just going to do the Subway meals during school. So the games during school time, which I think it's 6 dates for varsity, 2 games or varsity JV, and 2 dates for JV2. We will have Subway meals available. I think they're $5. Might be wrong on that, but I'll send that form out. And I realize you don't know if I'm JV2 or JV or varsity yet. So we're going to wait on that a little bit to order. You will know where you're at when you're making that order. If the game's canceled, you still have to pick up your order. And then once school's out, you have kind of the summer access. So hopefully you can bring a meal, pack a lunch, on those summer games. But we will have that going. I am going to send the schedule out as well. I'm going to send the schedule out to you as well. Sorry, I should have shared that a long time ago, but I'm excited. Hopefully you can see that right now. And I think we really have a good group of kids, and we're going to put a good product out there for you guys to be fans of and be proud of. So once again, thank you guys for watching this. Hopefully it wasn't too long for you, and give me any questions, concerns you might have. All right, let's wake that giant. Have a great season. Go Cubs, go.